What's going on, Jam fam? So today's just gonna be a voiceover video because I don't really feel like being on camera right now. But we finally got some new gadgets, and it's been a really long time since we got some new ones, and we're not fully done getting new gadgets, but we did get 10 with this update. So I just wanted to go over who got the new gadgets, what they do, and what I like or dislike about them. And before we get started, if you already know what the gadgets are, go down in the comments and let me know which gadget's your favorite and which one's your least favorite. If you don't already know what the gadgets are, just enjoy the video, and at the end, let me know. And remember, if you enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like on it on your way down in the comment section. And also, if you're new, consider dropping a sub as well. And with all that out of the way, let's get started.
Batter up!
Alright, finally my favorite brawler got her second gadget. Her new gadget allows her to apply a slow with the next super bubble that she throws out, and this slow is going to last for 2 seconds, and it can be refreshed if the target gets hit multiple times by the bubble. This is a great gadget in my opinion, and it will help a ton when closing gaps on brawlers since you can pair it really nicely with her home run star power, and it really increases the speed difference between her and her opponent. Also, really skilled Bibi players are going to be able to keep the slow up for at least 4 seconds, if not more. Now, I don't really know if it's going to be more useful than her first gadget because that heal does come in handy since you do typically play Bibi in a more aggressive manner. But overall, I think it's a really good gadget for her, and it will definitely have its uses, especially considering that it does pair nicely with home run, like I said, and the other one pairs nicely with batting stance, so it does give you some build diversity as well.
I go now.
All right, moving on from a gadget that I like to one I really don't like. Grom's new gadget is going to make it so his next attack throws 3 projectiles instead of 1. Now, I'm not trying to say this won't be a good gadget because Grom is very good and the more projectiles he throws means he does more damage, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying that it's kind of lazy and it makes Grom more spammy than he already is. Grom already has a fairly annoying amount of area control, and this gadget's going to bolster that. Plus, if you're already playing a thrower or a sniper, it's going to be extremely punishing since he's basically going to one-shot you after activating it. But this is probably going to be a really solid gadget, and it's not going to be map dependent like his first gadget, so at least it's adding that to his kit.
Fantastic!
So the newest brawler already got a second gadget, and that doesn't really seem fair to the brawlers that had to wait 2 years for one, does it? Anyway, Fang's newest gadget does a small AoE stun around him. It can hit multiple brawlers, and the stun lasts for 1 second, but it does no damage. I think this is going to be a really great gadget for Fang. It pairs really nicely with his super, allowing you to dive in, throw a couple attacks off, and then pop the stun if you need it. It'll also come in handy in Brawl Ball, which is his best mode. Just make sure you're not spamming the attack button if you do use it to make somebody drop the ball, as you'll just kick it back to them and end up wasting your gadget anyway. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid gadget, and honestly, I think it's better than his first one, and that's saying a lot because his first one's pretty useful.
I'm so manky!
Alright, Ash's new gadget is pretty simple. It allows him to sacrifice some of his current HP to fill up some of his rage bar. It's literally the opposite of his first gadget. I like this gadget a lot personally because ever since Ash got those big nerfs, it has felt a little too difficult to get his rage filled up consistently, and this gadget really addresses that directly. However, I will say that I don't think you should play this gadget unless you have a healer on your team like Byron or Poco because they will be able to quickly negate the negative effect of this gadget and you get to keep your rage from that. But without them, I feel like you're giving up a good chunk of HP while putting yourself in an aggressive position, which is just asking for trouble in my opinion. So what I'm saying is that I really like this gadget if you're playing in an organized team with a healer. If not, then I would just run his first gadget.
Hashtag winning.
Alright, for Em's new gadget, she will now be able to shoot through walls or obstacles after activating it at the cost of dealing a little less damage. This is a weird one to me because, like, I want to say it's good, but I'm also not 100% sure what situations you're actually going to want to use it in. Like, maybe if you hit someone once and they run behind a wall, it'll let you finish them off, or maybe to attack people that are spawn camping your goal in Brawl Ball or something like that. So I'm on the fence about this one because I like what it does, but I'm also not really sure when Ems really wants to use it. Also, I think her other gadget covers her weaknesses so well it's going to be hard to give that up. So I think this new gadget is just kind of mid in my opinion.
Time to steal the show!
Alright, Lola's newest gadget allows her to switch places with her clone, and it also heals the clone for a little bit, but honestly, I think that's just kind of like a bonus. It doesn't really do anything. Now, I'll be honest, I play Lola the low skill way. I just drop the clone at my feet and consider it a DPS boost till it dies, so for me, this isn't the greatest gadget. But I can see where it can be pretty good, and I think you're going to get the most value out of it when you throw Lola's clone behind you and you use her healing star power. Then you can have the clone heal you up, and if you get into a pinch, you can teleport back to safety. So overall, I think it's a solid gadget that I'm probably never going to be good enough to actually get full value out of.
Try some snake oil extract.
Alright, Byron's new gadget basically changes his attack into something more like Crow's. He'll throw out 3 projectiles in a cone shape. If it hits an ally, it'll heal them, and if it hits an enemy, it'll do damage. This gadget does have the drawback of healing and dealing less damage than his standard attack, and it does not synergize with his piercing star power. But I do like this gadget since I think it makes a lot of use of Byron's mechanics while in a team fight. And while it would be nice if it did work with his piercing star power, I think it's still going to give you good value, and your next standard attack is going to pierce anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Overall, I think this will be a better gadget than his first one since it does boost his ability as a support brawler overall.
Oh, come on, let me show you how it's done.
All right, Belle's new gadget is going to make it so her next shot bounces off walls and will have double range if it does bounce. This sounds fine, but I don't think it's amazing, and I could be wrong, but I think overall it's going to be more of a gimmick for Belle than anything. She is one of the most versatile snipers in the game, so there's going to be maps you play her on and you're going to be able to get value from it, but honestly, I think most modes you're just going to be better off running the slowing mine gadget instead of this. So in my opinion, I think this is just going to end up being another mid gadget. Not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed in this gadget. Squeak's new gadget makes it so his next attack illuminates the grass that it blows up in for the next 15 seconds. I thought this was gonna be a slowing gadget, and it's just another grass visibility gadget, and not only do we already have 2 of those, but this is honestly the worst one in my opinion. 15 seconds is a really long time, but I feel like Squeak's attack area is a little small for an ability like this. Like, Terra's gadget shows all of the grass on the map for like 3 seconds, while Grom's is also a huge area, and that lasts like 15 seconds. And then you got Squeak's little itty bitty area of effect. I don't mind the idea behind this gadget, but the way it's implemented seems really underwhelming to me, and I'm not a huge fan of it at all. But if you disagree with me, let me know why down in the comments.
That's a keeper.
All right, last gadget. Colette's new gadget will give her some healing based off the damage she does with her next attack. The more damage she does, the more it will heal her. I think this is a pretty good gadget since Colette doesn't have the longest range of the game, so she will eventually take some damage, and if you're facing a tank, you can just drain their health off them and get healed up pretty quickly. I don't know if it's a must-run gadget over her first one, as there's definitely going to be situations where you're going to want more damage instead of healing, but at the very least, I think the 2 gadgets are going to be pretty balanced when compared to one another. And there you have it. That's all 10 of the brand new gadgets. I think my favorite one's probably going to be Bibi because I'm very biased and I've been waiting for a gadget like this for a very long time. But other than that, I really like the Byron gadget and I kind of like Fang's since they're both going to work pretty well for the roles that they have to play in a team. Like I said earlier, let me know what you think about these gadgets down in the comments. And also, let me know if you agree or disagree with my takes on any of these gadgets. Maybe you'll point something out that I didn't think about initially when talking about these gadgets. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.